Hey y'all, it's Andrew Reed with Mossy Creek Mushrooms, and of course I've got Samantha slaving away in the background, as we all know she's the only one around here that does any work. So...
That's like... not true at all.
However, damn, it's cold. Just getting over the, like, a flu, cold, whatever. We're feeling a lot better, non-contagious now, but, which is why we're picking mushrooms. You just got the little babies. She's picking some Enoki of the new strain we've got, which is the wild, the Appalachian Enoki strain. That was wild found in Panther Creek State Park. And this thing is just really putting out the fruits at 70 degrees, which no air conditioner, no heat, full, oh my gosh, that case looks, oh, that's a heavy case. How many bags is that?
So that was,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah.
So from 7 bags, man, I don't even know, that's gotta be more than 10 pounds. Oh. I don't know.
Probably not.
A little bit. We've got B-roll of it.
That's at least.
I'll show the B-roll.
That's at least probably 10 pounds.
Well,
not 12.
I know we're kind of all over the place, but right now I'm just wanting to talk about my favorite part of bioprospecting. This is the part that really gets me excited and where all the magic happens. It's the testing, right? Getting to see what this tiny little piece of tissue that you took from an organism ends up doing in the grow room, right? The part where we have the human-mushroom interaction versus the human-nature interaction, right? This is our environment created for us, really for the growing of mushrooms for us, but we want to see what these wild organisms do once you bring them into the domestic environment. And this Appalachian Enoki is kicking some booty.
Seriously.
Seriously,
like it is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
However, this is not a strain sales video. Really, like I said, we're talking about the testing. So we've got 5 more strains back here that we're testing. So we're picking, we're weighing, we're boxing, and then we're either drying or selling fresh these tests. But we have 5 Hericium strains.
We're taking pictures.
Or taking pictures, yeah, for the website and whatnot. Which is why the Appalachian Enoki should be down in the description below if you want your own copy. So will Albright Grove Hericium number 1, which is the first lion's mane specimen we found in the Albright Grove, the old growth forest here in Tennessee. But that little ad over, we're testing. Testing is really, really important. There's a few different things about it that I just kind of want to go over. As this video comes out, I'm in Florida, and we have a lot to do before we leave. So, with that said, Samantha is probably going to be picking and weighing some of these while we're talking. But we have, 3 varieties of Hericium from the old growth forest. Not now.
Oh, no.
And we have 1 strain from our trip to Georgia. And we have a strain that was sent to us from someone for the Mycology from Hamlin Beach, New York. So it's super pretty. Yeah, the Hamlin Beach one is really pretty. And so what's cool is that we seem to have 3 varieties of what appear to take on the phenotype of lion's mane, 2 of the coralloides, so the cone tooth. 1 has really firm stems, 1 has really, really tender and delicate stems. And so this is kind of the exciting part to me, is like, okay, what are these strains going to do? Are they going to be delicious, or are they going to be hard as stones? Are they going to what? Am I in your way?
No.
Okay. Just watching me? Oh.
And 1 is just weird.
Yeah, 1 is weird. So 1 of them is the lion's mane, but I think it took on some water damage, but it's every single fruit.
Everything else looks great.
Yeah, everything else looks amazing. This one just took on this, it looks like bread dough. Like after you've added yeast and added the dough to form.
And it's in the driest part of the room.
It is in the driest part of the room. So I don't really know exactly what's happening with it, but this is kind of exciting for me. We're starting to wind down the testing season for us. So we've been testing strains, bringing out new breeder blocks and stuff for the growth and production of new mushroom strains. And so these will slowly get released over the summertime, but during the summertime we'll be mostly traveling. We'll be here fulfilling orders, and then we'll be traveling, and then we'll be fulfilling orders and then traveling. So right now, like I said, we're in Florida. We're either in Georgia or Florida, and we're bioprospecting reishi strains as much as we possibly can because they're popping right now. Or we're doing farm tour videos for whenever we come back. We get to release, hey, here's a farm we toured and how they handled these problems and etc. So a lot of exciting stuff coming to the channel. With the season kind of dying down, it actually kind of reminds me of one of my favorite mycologists is William Alfonso Murrell. Wrote a bunch of books like 1916 on polypores, and I think it was like he wrote like polypores of the American South and polypores of Europe and things like that. Cool story. You should definitely check it out. William Alfonso Murrell. He's got some cool stuff. But one of the things I liked about him is that he worked for a university, built one of the largest fungariums to have existed at that time, and basically was so obsessive about it that during the mushroom season, he was out in the wild constantly, and then he would go to school whenever the mushroom season was over and start sorting all of the specimens he took, right? And so that's kind of the way it works for us too, is that we have a picking season, go out and get it, hit it heavy, get your butt out in the woods, move, and then we have a get your butt back home and start testing strains, start cleaning them up and bringing them into culture. So I've got another video coming out on how I clean up wild cultures, but yeah, as far as that goes. What?
I was trying to anticipate where you were gonna move.
Just trying to anticipate. You can't anticipate this. We'll check this and I might be able to. Another thing to think about, and this study that we're doing right now with these 5 strains, is that, you know, not every strain is going to be a winner. You're going to spend most of your time out in the woods collecting average strains. That's kind of the nature of average, is that it's average. It's the majority. It's numerous. And so most strains are just not going to be winners. Unlike that freaking gold, that's the golden Enoki that we pulled.
Now God, I picked it all.
Well, she definitely picked most of it. Like I said, I've got B-roll of it. You guys will see plenty. But not every strain is going to be a gold, you know, like prospecting. It's not going to be that flake of gold we're looking for. It's going to be mostly rock matrix that we're looking at, right? It's going to be mostly average strains. So, you know, you're going to find an oyster and you're going to be like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. It's an oyster. You might grow it for other reasons, like sentimental reasons, or just the fact that you want your own local genetics, or perhaps it performs a little bit better rather than just on flavor or some other profile. And then some strains are just shit. I'm deep enough into a video I can say that. But some strains are just terrible. Some strains are just never going to be good. And you're going to find some of those. And thankfully, most strains are average, and then you get the gold ones enough that it just keeps you going when it comes to bioprospecting. And then sometimes you've grown like over and over and over again. You're like, why are all these just ho-hum strains? Where's my piece of gold? So it's one of my reasons. That's my favorite part. It's almost it's you never know what you're going to get kind of thing.
Yeah.
So another piece of this too is that we have, like I said, a member of the Mycologium in here. Even though they're all the Mycologium now, this one was specifically sent in by one of you guys. Someone up in New York sent us this from the Hamlin Beach, and it is, like I said, it's turning out to be tender. So it's beginning to show to me that unless the flavor is just awful, it's going to be another gold fleck. It's going to be another gold star on the Hericium program. So the people that are in our Patreon, we have another one that's a gold, which is the Albright Grove #1, which is the first lion's mane phenotype specimen we found in the old growth forest trip that we took in October of last year. That one seems to be a real winner. So the Albright Grove and then our bred strain of Tribbles is going out in the Hericium Horde tier for Patreon. If you want to support us on Patreon, it is patreon.com/MC Mushrooms. Like I'm the original MC, right? But it's just MC Mushrooms. That'll take you to the Mossback Mushroom Syndicate. That is us mossbacks, you know, from Mossy Creek, and you can pick whichever tier you want. There are some tiers where you get a single strain or 2 strains per month, or even some where you'll get, you know, up to 6 strains per month from the Mycology project. So, you know, that is really the best way to support us if you really want to support the bioprospecting side. You'll get to vote when I've got a choice that can be made, and I can put it to a vote for you guys. You can vote and change the course of the channel. It gets you access to the Discord, where you can be accessed with growers and students and all kinds of other people that have supported us. And it will just get you, you know, some really awesome strains. So there's the Hericium Horde, the Mycomancer tier, and a few others where if you want to just grow a large diversity, you can, and support this biodiversity project we have, where we're trying to save as much fungal biodiversity as we possibly can through the ever-changing and ever more urbanizing world. So, right. You're not doing much picking.
Oh, I thought you were gonna take the camera. I'm sorry. Okay.
Get to work. No.
Not first.
Why don't you bring us? So remember the one that was about to fall? I think that's on. Yeah, right there. That's the Albright Grove one, I believe. Unfortunately, I don't think that it was fully mature before it took off. But this one started to fall. It's getting so heavy on the block. Let me get that scale for you.
Figured I'd bring it up.
Yeah.
And here's Andrew for scale. It's about as big as your head.
Yeah. That's actually a big boy, but it's not even started to yellow yet. She's gonna put it on scale, but she's pulling the substrate off. But this is kind of what we do during the testing, is we just go through, we're picking some very basic data in the beginning. Really right now in the Discord, I'm looking to build a network of growers, basically in 5 different zones of the US, hopefully international one day. But right now it's, I want to pick a grower in Southeast, Southwest, Northwest, Northeast, and the center of the states. And what we do is we'll send out a strain that everyone can grow at the same time, and then take photos and data, and it'll be the beginning of at least some data collection. So for now, we just take whatever basic data we can.
Whoa.
Whoa!
So
That's almost 3 pounds.
That's 2 pounds 14.
Wait, don't,
I just want to show him that it's clean on the backside.
oh, go ahead and do that then, but I'm gonna...
So, got a lot, pretty much all that substrate off.
Wait, don't put it on yet. Okay, so phone. This will go on the video. Alright, go ahead and...
Drop it down.
2 pounds, 14 ounces. And that thing is not even finished growing. How firm is that?
It's pretty firm.
Is it edible firm, or is it too hard?
I think it's edible firm.
Okay.
I mean, it crumbles. I mean, it's just...
Oh my gosh, that's like cauliflower. That feels
reminds me
like
of
cauliflower.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Oh, well, this is why we test, guys.
That is beautiful.
Oh my gosh,
And
that...
it fills the height of the box too, which is really nice and something that I always look for. So I could probably get 1, 2, 4 clusters for a box.
Okay, 4 clusters in a box. That means if you're selling it at $12 a pound, it's if you do 120 a case, 4 blocks are wow, that's good.
It's at least 2, 4, 6, 8 pounds.
That means you're making $30 revenue per block.
And this is almost going to be 10 pounds straight off the bat just by picking 4 blocks.
Okay.
So
Now the question is in like smell and taste and things like that. Let's see what else we got here. We take it. So we like to do a lot of smell tests. We do a lot of work with our nose here. We even test LC, like, you know, we do a sniff test. Oh man, that's...
Okay, I'm smelling all glove.
You're smelling all glove?
Because I picked it.
Mmm. Yeah, that's, I mean, it smells very much like a Hericium. It doesn't actually have, it's just a sweet Hericium smell.
So pick mushrooms, smell your fingers. We're weird in a good way.
We're definitely weird in a good way. It's all a good way. Very loose video, guys. Like I said, we're just having...
You can lick it. I'm not gonna lick it.
I'm not gonna lick it. I don't want to change gloves.
We'll cook it first and then taste it. Okay, now
Okay.
what?
Let's go with one of the Albright Grove number 1s. The first one, the one you found. So the very
The bottom
bottom
one?
first, yeah. And of course, I want some. So leave me some nice ones for some B-roll, but you know, pick a good one too. Oh, and I need to be writing this stuff in my notebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 2 pounds, 14.3.
2 pounds, 14.3, and that was the Albright Grove Hericium number 3 was 2 pounds, 14 ounces, 0.3. This is Albright Grove Hericium number 1. Oh, I'm sorry, that was number 5. Was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number 5.
AGH5.
This is AGH number 1. And that's very lion's mane, very toothy. It's very fine tooth though. It's not like some like the tribbles that I've bred has really big teeth. This is a very fine grain looking
I
mushroom.
guess I can't get up close, can I?
Not really.
We do take photos of everything, so.
Yeah, we'll have the photos up for you guys. Like I said, usually Samantha, like right now, I'll probably have some B-roll sliding in front of them of this. So.
It's got like a little cave.
Ah,
What's it doing? Okay.
this one looks like fiber. Here, go ahead and get it weighed out.
Oh no.
Here, I'll touch it. I'll get it.
Alright.
This is one of the reasons why I like to work with my family, is so I can have fun, right? It's not all just all work. It's a little bit of play too. 2 pounds, 5 ounces, 0.6. So you might as well say 2 pounds, 6 ounces if you round up.
And it may not be, so that's 1.7, 1.7.9 plus
Just 1.8.
1.2. Okay.
No, that's correct.
Okay.
So this one is really pretty. Weighs nice. That's off a 12-pound block with 35% supplementation. Very fine grained. Kind of reminds me of like chicken breast when you peel it. Yeah, we'll have to get some of the footage of this peeled. Yeah, that looks like a piece of chicken breast to me. Doesn't have much of a smell at all.
So
And
I'm
it's-
not actually having much of a reaction to this one.
Yeah, I'm not. A lot of times Hericium will start stirring stuff up. Like I'm more sensitive to Hericium spores than I am to oysters these days.
Normally we're wearing masks in here, but for the sake and ease of speaking, and
Right.
we've got the big bay door to the long hall completely open. We've got
Yeah.
a fan blowing, so good fresh air and ventilation. Also, climbed on top of the grow room and turned the fan all the way up. So yeah.
Yeah, we
just
got a
keep
lot
that
of
in mind.
ventilation going on. That's why we're not wearing masks. Because as you can see, Samantha's masks right there. But so that one, I'd say that one's a nice one. I mean, it's a really nice lion's mane. I want to see some further testing on it. Let's see. Let's do the Georgia, the top one there. Hey guys, just real quick. I know I'm interrupting the video, but I just wanted to, you know, have a quick word from our sponsors. So, thanks for joining us, and then I'll let you back to the video.
Introducing the future of mycology, Dr. Silurian's Elixir of Mycelial Mastery. This isn't your average culture mix, it's a revolution in a packet, crafted for the dedicated cultivator seeking unparalleled growth. Experience the visual alchemy of this masterful brew. As you mix 10 grams with 500 milliliters of water, watch the solution transform into a rich amber spectacle, the hallmark of a nutrient-dense sanctuary for your burgeoning mycelium. This is where vibrant color meets vibrant life, setting our elixir apart from the ordinary clear liquid cultures. Prepare to be captivated. Mix 10 grams of Dr. Silurian's elixir with 500 milliliters of water, add a stir bar for thorough integration, and sterilize the blend at 15 psi for 45 minutes. Once cooled, introduce your favorite culture into this perfectly prepared, nutrient-rich environment. Watch in awe as the elixir works its magic, unveiling a mycelial masterpiece before your eyes. Choose Dr. Silurian's Elixir of Mycelial Mastery for a mycological adventure that's as visually enchanting as it is potent.
So the night Hericium.
Is this bar one a part of it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's on the same rack.
Okay, so.
So this one's a really lobed version. You know, I've seen lion's mane takes on a lot of different shapes. Hericiums don't take on all the color differences. Like, I get really excited about oysters because you get all those shades and colors and shapes. And lion's mane, like, Hericiums
like
definitely
little
focus.
cat paws.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is like little cat paws. So this is very loby. It kind of comes out in these weird. I've seen Hericium do this plenty of times, where it's very soft and spongy.
Very spongy.
And it just continues to lobe and create another lobes and other lobes, and
This
has
is
kind
gonna
of
be light.
It's gonna be light.
Oh yeah, like it's very spongy. That was the perfect word for that.
Yeah. So we got a pretty spongy one here on the night Hericium, and again, this is not the end all be all. This will require further testing.
And I can remember the moment this one was found.
I can remember that too. The story was, you know, we were with Alan Rockefeller on a night walk. He was leading one of those fluorescent mushroom forays, and a woman just happened to find this, and she was so excited.
And it was a couple.
It was a couple.
And like the guy was like, "Good job, babe." Like,
yeah, he was very supportive. Of course, that'd be what you remember. Someone speaking nice to his wife.
It says loads about your character.
Right.
She was so proud.
And she let me tear off a little chunk. I mean, she kept the vast majority of it, but just a small chunk. And I brought that back to the RV, and I have my mobile lab where I cloned it. So, you know, we're always excited to get these.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. All right. Night walk.
Hit it again.
Hit it again. Get it right. Night walk Hericium number 1. 1 pound. You told me it was going to be light. 1 pound, 7.6 ounces. That is a spongy, airy one. However, something I have noticed about some of these lighter yielding ones, they tend to hold up better to drying. So if your main purpose is drying mushrooms, a lot of times the lighter ones are better for this. They lose a lot less water weight. I love you. I love you, but sometimes I need to send you to a camp, I think. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That. I don't even know how to describe that.
It's a sweet smell to it.
Yeah, I'm sensitive to that one, though.
Okay.
It
does have a nice sweet smell though.
That's got an intoxicating smell. Like, I could get drunk off that. You could definitely suffocate off of it. No. Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna get a picture of this real quick, so that I've got the B-roll for it. Hold on. 3, 2, go. Look at that! Oh my goodness! So now we see why it's so spongy. This might be a Coralloides. It looked like a lion's mane, but this could be a Coralloides. This is why I want to send all this stuff off for DNA testing.
There you go.
And in fact, I mean, as long as we have iNaturalist listings, we've been sending it off to get DNA tested. So, in fact, some of these already, that Albright Grove number 1 already has the DNA results back.
That's cool.
And it come back.
Andrew will take a picture, or I'll take a picture, depending on whatever, and then Andrew will immediately post it. And typically, by the time we have the DNA results back, Andrew has already gone into the lab, cleaned it up. We've got it in the grow room, and we're essentially taking pictures of it in the grow room, completely cleaned up and in a commercial environment.
Yep.
And so it's kind of neat to have those answers sort of all at once, which is really, really cool. I really like that. But,
let's do the Hamlin Beach next. That's the top 2. The ones below that are the regular cone tooth. Yeah.
This one is crumbling.
Crumbling?
Oh my gosh.
And you got almost no substrate on that.
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
Okay.
That's my favorite. Like, you can pick it and it comes off clean. Like, I don't want to get too far because I'm afraid it won't
focus. All right, let's see what the...
It's going to be medium. 2 pounds, 2.5.
2 pounds, 2.5 ounces. So once rounded up, it's 2 pounds, 3 ounces.
And this thing is literally as big as my head. Like, and let's make sure that's maybe a little bit behind my head too, so it's not forced perspective.
Yeah, you know, we're not doing that whole thing where people go, hey, look how big this mushroom is.
Okay, so normally
This thing is like infinity branching.
Well, look at the teeth on normally you see some of the branches are kind of smooth, but it's like fuzzy all the way through.
This is probably going to come back Coralloides, because Coralloides is the one that has the branching on branching.
Oh, that's pretty against that light too. Like it's...
Here, let me...
Oh no. Teddy Tourette's has gone off.
Sir
Didymus! Oh man, the labyrinth is one of our childhood favorites.
He's barking at Hazelnut across the street.
Oh, of course he is. Okay. He barks at his own shadow. It's he's rather valiant and he's lovingly guarding the
He's
entire
brave
house.
as long as the shadow doesn't come towards him.
Oh.
All right, let's see. Smell, texture. What we got?
Now it's a bit astringent.
Let me smell its butt. Oh, that is kind of bleachy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, we'll see what it tastes like.
What's the texture like?
Crumbly.
Okay, that one's a lot like cauliflower, too.
I think it's a little more...
It's a little...
So it did not hold together as well. But now it's actually... It's pretty flexible. Like, and that's not breaking apart either.
Wow, so that'd actually be easy to throw in a case. Okay, so maybe it's got a use. All right, next is Albright Grove number 3. This is the bread dough Hericium. Go get me something weird, baby.
Oh, weird.
Bring me back something weird.
Okay, so these are a little yellow and aged.
These are a little yellow and aged, she says.
Take one of those, or...
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna get judged no matter what we do. It's the internet. Don't you dare have fun! These are mushrooms. We must be taken seriously.
Again, this is in the driest part of the grow room, which I think is in part it's yellowing.
That may be where the other yellowing's coming from.
Um,
Oh, let me get that for you.
This is so weird.
That is an ugly.
Okay, 13.1.
1 pound, 13.1 ounces. Yeah, look at that. Trust me, I got B-roll for this. I'll be able to. Andrew, throw some B-roll over it. However,
Oh my gracious.
so say angle it where I can see it, and there we go. That was a weird one.
That was, dude, it's definitely, oh my gosh, there's just like, it's, oh, you might put a warning on here for the trypophobia or whatever it's called.
If you don't like looking at holes and stuff, this is not for you. Warning. Okay. Oh my gosh, that texture though.
You ready to tear it in half?
You can thump that like a melon.
I didn't even think
Alright.
to do that.
Yeah, let's see it. Well, wait. I might as well get up close to this if it's gonna be weird.
Oh,
Alright.
where do I tear it apart?
I don't know, just find a place and tear.
Okay. This is bad.
That was a weird one.
Wow.
Look at that.
So this reminds me of golden oysters. And it has that like
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is like noodles. Mushroom. I can see making noodle strips with these.
Oh, and it smells so good.
Or like mushroom tofu.
That is the weirdest Hericium I've ever come across. And
It
every
is spongy.
here, let me buy it. Every single one of them's like this.
Yes, every single one of them. It
Look at this.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
One of them.
It's fancy.
It's like bread.
I actually kind of like it. I think it's pretty awesome.
That is, oh my gosh, if this thing stays like this, I'm rich.
Dude.
That is like,
I've never seen it.
I've never seen anything like this.
Even with normal lion's mane, it's
Yeah.
got like it almost has like a core. This thing is just sponge all the way through.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have to grow this again and see if it repeats it. This is really cool. I actually really like this. Okay. That reminds me of a Bach toy. I don't know why. In the middle.
No,
I guess
I
it's
can
the
see that.
shape.
That is super cool. Welcome back, Aizen.
Okay.
Well, so you guys are getting to see a little bit of like what we do for the testing. This video is probably actually going on, yeah, about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna stop it here. You guys can see why this is my favorite part of the process. I appreciate you all sticking with us this long for something which is essentially just kind of like, what it do? It's okay. You guys can see why this is so like my favorite part. It's like it's just constantly new stuff. It's things that you just can't really imagine. As far as the oysters go, you know, you get a huge range of colors you get to play with, and like hybrids you get to play with, and crosses and shapes and textures. And Hericium, when you kind of look at a wall of it, it's almost like they all just kind of blend together until you really get to dig into them and feel the details. And then you realize that they're, as organisms, they are as far as different from each other as we are, or as different from each other as any oyster mushroom is.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I'm excited to get into Hericium. For number one, almost no one knows about Hericium. Number two, almost no one has a large library of Hericium genetics. I've got one of the largest libraries I know of, just because of the Mycologium and us collecting over the years.
Growing every day.
And growing every day. I cannot wait. Jake said he's got a sample being sent to us from Mongolia.
Dude.
So Hericium from Mongolia is just...
And two, it's the stories. Like, it's
Yeah.
just, and getting to meet everyone and seeing a similar passion. Like, it's just, I love it.
It's something we get to all nerd out about for sure. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Again, we'll be in Florida. We'll be coming back soon. I meant to have something. You know what? I'll go back into that in a second. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We're really excited about this Mycologium project and the collection. So, of course, like I said, we're down in Florida right now, but we'll be back roughly about the time this video is out, or within days of this video being out. And yeah, guys, I mean, thanks for coming in on this project with us, and keep spawning culture, y'all.
They're sticky.